Hello, and welcome to Quick Charge by Electrek. I'm Mikey G, and it's Tuesday, November 6th. According to a factory employee talking to Wired, Tesla Gigafactory Berlin is reportedly in total chaos. The automaker is currently trying to simultaneously ramp up production at Gigafactory Texas and Berlin, both massive factories by any standard, with a goal of 10,000 workers at each plant. Hiring efforts on that scale are extremely difficult to execute, and now Wired reports that Tesla, quote, can't hire enough people or keep them. Tesla reportedly has 7,500 currently working at Gigafactory Berlin, and it has almost 400 open positions at the plant. Interestingly, Tesla has gone outside of Germany to try to fill positions. Almost 10% of the workers are from outside the country, mostly from Poland, being about an hour away from the border. The report seems to be a reflection on the Herculean task of hiring rather than a direct criticism of Tesla or their practices. Ram has released an image teasing the design of the electric Ram truck. Ram's parent company, Stellantis, vowed to embrace a new mindset as part of their new mission to contribute to a sustainable future. As part of the strategy, the automaker aims for 100% EV sales in Europe and 50% in the US by 2030. Stellantis believes that this vehicle will, quote, outperform all competitors on the attributes customers care most about: range, towing, payload, charge time. Now, although no specifics were offered at the time, Ram Truck CEO told Detroit Free Press in September that range expectations were between 300 and 350 miles. The full unveiling of the electric truck will be on January 5th, 2023. The U.S. Forest Service is taking its first steps to transition its fleet of 17,000 vehicles to all-electric, and they're going to start with the Ford F-150 Lightning trucks for testing. The EV pilot program will help the U.S. Forest Service create a base of knowledge regarding optimal fleet size and charging infrastructure. According to Outside Magazine, quote, the research will determine the feasibility of electric vehicles in fieldwork settings, helping the agency determine the right tool for the job when it comes to electric fleet vehicles. Now, according to Ford, the Ford F-150 Lightning is currently the only electric pickup truck that's available through Government Services Administration. So I guess that would narrow it down a little bit. Following Ford's national dealer meeting in September, every dealership had the option to enroll in the company's new electric-centered Model E business. And now we know that 2/3 of them joined in. The other 1/3 still has the option to sell electric in the year 2027, so it's not entirely over for them. Of the ones that remained, this could be exciting news. Ford's newly announced EV dealer network will result in the automaker operating one of the largest DC fast charging networks in the U.S. This will make 1,920 locations spread across the USA that can charge up a Ford and presumably other EVs too. That would be way more than EVgo's stations of 850 or Electrify America's 800. And it's even a little more than Tesla's current listing of just over 1,500 superchargers in the U.S. In fact, the Ford's 1,659 certified elite level of dealers have a charging network that will have a total of over 3,500 fast chargers. While this is great news as it stands, there are some caveats. The locations of these dealer chargers may not be ideal, since they are traditionally not located in less populated areas where charging might be needed. Also, the number of charge ports at each location could be an issue, with just a couple of slots being more or less permanently filled by the dealership itself. Some owners of the Polestar 2 in North America can now access a performance software update that permanently boosts horsepower and torque in their electric vehicle. The automaker also says that those who purchase the upgrade should see an increase in the EV's mid-range acceleration. And yes, the operative word was purchased. In the latest over-the-air software update, it applies to the long-range dual Motor Polestar 2, and it's accessible to owners who pay a one-time charge of $1,195. Some would agree that a single hit to the wallet is better than a monthly charge that you might inevitably forget about. Other automakers like Tesla and Mercedes use a subscription-based program, which would be great if you're showing off for a particular event like a high school reunion, so you can start it up, show off, and then cancel it the next day. Not that I've done that. No. Just over a week after beginning deliveries of its first EVs to the United States, Vietnamese automaker VinFast has publicly filed the necessary form with the Securities and Exchange Commission to begin the process towards the initial public offering, or IPO. There's a lot that has happened with the company in the past year, including breaking ground on an energy division, receiving state incentives from North Carolina's factory, investing in solid-state batteries, and securing battery supply from CATL. VinFast has not shared any updates as to when we can expect the IPO, apart from their previous statements, citing early in January of 2023. Either way, the filing process has now begun, and this will be something that we will keep an eye on. The Squad Car Solar Electric City Car is launching in the United States, and it starts at $6,250. The small two-seater vehicle is essentially a beefed-up golf cart with 62 miles of range and a top speed of 28 miles an hour. This cap will designate the squad car as a low-speed vehicle, condemned for neighborhood and low-speed limit roads. On the bright side, the car is riding on thin tires that could be pizza cutters, and the solar panel can add up to 19.2 miles a day, according to the company. For the price, it's actually quite hard to beat. Compared to the fabled city car of 1973, the squad car currently sells for far less, adjusted for inflation. Okay, it is opinion time. I really don't have high expectations for the Ford charger network at dealerships. I've been in situations where I've had to charge my car at dealerships before, and it was a hassle pretty much every time. This has nothing to do with Ford, really. It's just the experience that I've had at dealerships from quite a variety of car companies. When the chargers have issues, the staff treat the chargers like it's a convenience perk, as if the popcorn machine is just down. There is one place that I had the busted machine for at least 1 year, and they made no steps to fix it. Another dealership was playing gatekeeper for their pitiful level 2 charger, asking if I bought the car from them. I told them that it was a corporate vehicle that I got for a review, so they reluctantly let me charge. Yeah. Most of the time, the chargers at these locations I've encountered are very slow, in one case, just 100 times slower than public chargers that are found elsewhere. They are sometimes barricaded with tires or junk, and when asking the staff to allow access, I got the same glare when I ask for sauce packets at a fast food place. They act like it comes out of their paycheck. So yeah, I don't have high hopes for the quality experience at Ford dealerships who've been compelled into pouring money into an electric program that, in many cases, they can't even get inventory for. In today's community comment found on YouTube, Okanagan Tesla Guy says, "Your subtle sarcasm is enjoyable to say the least. Please keep it up." Thanks, Okanagan Tesla Guy. If you're looking for a glimpse into my humor, you can check out a link in the video description below. I saved this video a long time ago when I first came across it, thinking it might come in handy someday. I haven't found the perfect time quite yet, but I'm sure it'll happen. If you're not interested in it, I'll give you a rundown here on the show. A Japanese sea monster is oogling after an EV-driving young lady, and they perform a pop song together using a Chademo plug as a microphone. It appears consensual, but the monster wraps his tail around the woman's chest, this occurring after the monster is sprayed with love rays or something like that. Thanks for watching Quick Charge by Electrek. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great day.